As many of you know, I'm just back from an event in Arizona, and now I'm running around like crazy getting ready for a show this weekend. There was a third event that I was invited to, but I had to pass. The producers of the new film No Safe Spaces invited me to the premiere and after party 2 weeks ago, thanks to my friend Andrew. But I was expected out in Arizona by my nomad buddies, and decided that being there was more important to me than rubbing elbows with people who might do our channel some good. I haven't seen the film yet, but I know what it's about. It takes a look at the spoiled young people who have had such a negative impact on our universities and on our public dialogue. Kids enjoying the great good fortune of an expensive education in the freest country on earth, but who still manage to be chronically ungrateful, perpetually offended by anything at all that does not match their idea of a perfect world. It's as if mom and dad give them a great used car, and instead of jumping for joy and going on a road trip, they bitterly complain that the cruise control doesn't work and one of the seat belts has a sticky latch. Why do so many of our fellow Americans find it so difficult to be grateful? Why is it so hard for them to be proud and happy about the progress humanity has made? Harvard professor Steven Pinker has written not one but 2 books detailing how incredibly well we humans are doing at bringing everybody everywhere to higher levels of health and prosperity. Things have never been better for humans. Yet Pinker, in spite of his intellectual pedigree, his personal charm, and his liberal bona fides, has had a lot of trouble spreading the good news to the very people who need to hear this message. A lot of us in this country simply cannot be grateful for our gains. That inability has its roots in goodness, but it ends up doing more harm than good. In my piece called Help My Kid's a Socialist, I talk about how our kids' generosity gets hijacked by forces on the left. We are never more proud than when we see our children sharing without being told to. With our guidance, they develop the understanding that having a cookie when their sibling has none is less rewarding than giving half of that cookie away. We send our kids into the world with a largesse of spirit, derived from their innate humanity and nurtured by us into a natural tendency to help others. But when they get to college, they are evangelized into what I call the oppression orthodoxy. They are made to be hyper-aware of every failing to which our country and our culture can be held accountable. They are inculcated with a negative view of humanity and taught that those who have it good are necessarily oppressing others. This is how the generosity we have instilled into them gets turned into an angry lack of gratitude. They come to believe that being grateful is tantamount to saying, "I got mine, screw everybody else." Nothing could be further from the truth. Feeling grateful makes a person more attuned to the needs of others. Gratitude is a contagious emotion. Those who carry it spread it by doing things that make others feel grateful as well. The civil rights leader Fannie Lou Hamer once said, "Nobody's free until everybody's free." That saying has been spun into a lot of variants over the years. I've heard, "Nobody is safe until everybody is safe." "Nobody is healthy until everybody is healthy." "Nobody is well fed until hunger is defeated everywhere." Ms. Hamer's statement sure does have a ring to it, but it's not really accurate, nor are its many variants. If you are safe and free and well-fed, you actually are all of those things. That's good news. That means that you are now capable of passing on some of your good fortune to somebody less fortunate. Some people, many people, become obsessed with the gap that exists between their own free, safe, well-fed lives and the harsher circumstances of others. They could be saying, "Good, okay, Western civilization has gradually beaten back the historic suffering of the human being. Let's propagate that success everywhere we can." But instead, they get bogged down in guilt. They resent our advances for failing to fix the whole world immediately. They are doing fine, but they know that others still struggle, so they resist gratitude in favor of a sort of anger by proxy, wherein they become unhappy and aggrieved on behalf of the less fortunate. Sometimes they become permanently and intractably ungrateful. They grow old that way. Rather than using the tools and values of a free society to spread the wealth through the same means that it was acquired in the first place, they try to destroy the mechanisms that produce freedom and safety and full bellies. Somehow they believe that that will help others to achieve the sorts of lives that they themselves cannot manage to be grateful for. It's kind of a mess. Today is Thanksgiving. This, in my view, is the most important of all our holidays. This is the day that sets the tone for Christmas and New Year's too. By realigning ourselves to a default setting of grateful, we immunize ourselves against the commercial excesses of Christmas and ensure that our New Year's resolutions are not shallow and self-obsessed, but outward-looking and community-minded. I just heard from my friend Lonnie. He joked that Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, will henceforth be known as Thanksgetting. Yeah, let's not let that happen. Let's never stop cultivating gratitude in ourselves and others. We know what's important and what is just noise and static and flashing lights. Here's wishing you all a blessed Thanksgiving. May you all look around the table and marvel at the miracle of your life. And for those of you in the Los Angeles area this week of 2019, come on out to Pasadena Saturday evening and break bread with some friends you haven't yet met. And yes, you can bring along that last half pumpkin pie. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and then click the little bell to get notifications.